Welcome, my friends, to another journey back in time, a journey not just through years, but through the very dust and echoes of ancient lives. Tonight, we delve into a place shrouded in both mystery and resilience, a corner of the ancient world that, depending on who you ask, was either a forgotten haven or a desolate hellscape in the brutal aftermath of one of history's most devastating revolts. We're talking about Daroma. Now, Daroma, or Darum, as it was also known, both words simply meaning south in Aramaic and Hebrew respectively, was more than just a geographical designation. It was a region, specifically the southern Hebron Hills, that played an incredibly unique and, at times, contradictory role in the late Roman and Byzantine periods. The very name itself whispers of ancient continuity, a whisper that carried all the way to the late 10th century, when the Arab geographer Al-Makadisi, the Jerusalemite, still knew parts of Beth Guvrin by this very name. Imagine that centuries of shifts in power, in language, in culture, and still the old names clung on like stubborn moss on ancient stones. So, where exactly was this enigmatic Daroma? Well, picture this. In late Antiquity, its boundaries stretched from the stark beauty of Ein Gedi, near the shimmering, lifeless waters of the Dead Sea, all the way to the prominent city of Eleutheropolis, what we know today as Beth Guvrin. To its north, the familiar landmarks of Hebron and Mamre marked its extent. Eusebius, that prolific chronicler of the 4th century, in his invaluable Onomasticon, described it as the southern portion of Eleutheropolis' territory, even mentioning several large Jewish villages nestled within its rugged embrace. But to truly understand Daroma, to grasp its profound significance, we must first cast our minds back to a moment of unimaginable cataclysm. We must speak of the Bar Kokhba revolt, a desperate, valiant, and ultimately tragic uprising against Roman rule that reached its bloody climax around 135 CE. The defeat of this revolt was, simply put, an unmitigated disaster for the Jewish population of Judea. Imagine entire communities shattered, cities leveled, and a demographic shift so profound it reshaped the very landscape of the region for centuries to come. According to some scholars, like Jody Magnus, the aftermath of this revolt saw a widespread depopulation of Jewish inhabitants across most of Judea. But here's where Daroma enters the narrative as something truly extraordinary. For it was in Daroma